The Tesla Model Y has always been a symbol of what electric vehicles could be: accessible, functional, and just futuristic enough to turn heads. But in 2026, Tesla isn't just updating the Model Y, they're redefining it. So today, we're diving deep into what the 2026 Tesla Model Y brings to the table, and why this might be the version that finally silences the critics or stirs up new ones. Let's start with the design. If you're expecting a radical new shape or drastic styling overhaul, pump the brakes. Tesla doesn't do redesigns like traditional automakers. Instead, they do subtle evolutions. The 2026 Model Y retains the recognizable silhouette, but look closer and you'll see what's changed. The front fascia is now sleeker, with redesigned headlights that borrow cues from the Cybertruck: narrow, aggressive, almost blade-like. It's less bubbly and more assertive. The back end has also been cleaned up, with integrated LED light bars and refreshed bumper that looks more premium than previous models. Under the surface is where things get way more interesting. Tesla's new generation structural battery pack has made its way into the Model Y, and that means lighter weight, better rigidity, and most importantly range. The base model now gets an estimated 350 miles on a single charge. The long-range variant? You're looking at around 400 miles. And that's not just lab-tested EPA fantasy numbers. Real-world range tests are showing improvements thanks to Tesla's updated 4680 battery cells. Performance? As expected, it's still fast. The dual-motor AWD does 0 to 60 in about 4.2 seconds. But here's the kicker: Tesla introduced a new Performance Plus trim. It's not plaid, but it's close. Sub 3.5 seconds 0-60, upgraded suspension tuning, and beefier brakes that actually make sense for a car this quick. It's the Model Y that finally drives like it looks: futuristic and fun. Inside, Tesla's approach has been, again, evolutionary. The yoke steering wheel is optional now, not standard, which is a relief for anyone who doesn't want to feel like they're piloting a spaceship on their grocery run. The minimalist dashboard stays, but there's a noticeable upgrade in materials. More soft touch surfaces, fewer plastics. Ambient lighting is finally here, and yes, it's customizable. The 15-inch center screen still dominates the interior, but it's running on Tesla's latest infotainment system: faster, smoother, and now with native support for some third-party apps like Spotify, YouTube, and Zoom. Rear passengers get an 8-inch screen of their own, perfect for controlling media, climate, and yes, playing games. Because of course. But let's talk about what really matters in 2026: autonomy. Full self-driving, or FSD, continues to be a work in progress. Tesla's software is now in version 12.4, and it's smarter than ever, with neural net updates that allow the car to drive in increasingly complex environments. Is it truly full self-driving? Not yet. You still need to pay attention, keep your hands nearby, and be ready to intervene. But it's creeping closer. The Model Y can handle city streets, stop signs, lane changes, and merges with a nearly human-like flow. Of course, all of that comes at a cost: $12,000 if you want FSD upfront, or $199 a month if you're leasing or not ready to commit. Whether it's worth it depends entirely on how much trust you're willing to put into Tesla's software. Now let's talk build quality, something Tesla has been roasted for in the past. Panel gaps, misaligned trims, rattles, it was a meme. The 2026 Model Y, built primarily in Giga Texas and Giga Berlin, is a noticeable improvement. Reports of major QC issues are way down. paint quality is better. Doors close with a solid thunk. It's not perfect, but it's finally in the same league as its German and Japanese rivals. And speaking of rivals, how does the 2026 Model Y stack up in a landscape now filled with serious F competition? You've got the high-end Ioniq 5N, the Ford Mustang Mach-E GT, the Polestar 4, and even the updated Rivian R2 inching into Model Y territory. On paper, many of these offer similar range, performance, and price. But where Tesla still has a significant edge is charging. Tesla's supercharger network remains the gold standard. Fast, reliable, and now opening up to other brands, though Tesla owners still get priority and lower rates. With V4 chargers rolling out, the Model Y can now charge at up to 350 kilowatts in some areas, meaning 10% to 80% in under 20 minutes, depending on conditions. Another point in Tesla's favor? Auto updates. The Model Y you buy today will likely be smarter 6 months from now. Whether it's performance boosts, interface changes, or entirely new features like Autopilot 2.0, Tesla keeps pushing improvements long after you drive off the lot. Let's talk pricing. The 2026 Model Y starts at just under $45,000 for the base RWD model, before incentives. The long range bumps that to about $52,000, and the Performance Plus trim comes in just north of $60,000. Add FSD, upgraded wheels, premium interior, and you're creeping towards $70,000. It's not cheap, but still competitive, especially considering you're getting tech that still feels years ahead of most ICE vehicles. And what about sustainability? Tesla continues to lead the way in using recycled materials and cleaner production methods. Giga Texas now runs partially on renewable energy, and the 2026 Model Y is built with lower emissions processes than ever before. It's not a zero-impact car, but it's far better than what most traditional manufacturers are offering. So who is the 2026 Model Y for? If you want an F that's fast, efficient, loaded with tech, and backed by a charging network that actually works, this is still one of the best all-rounders out there. Families love the space. Techies love the software. And enthusiasts, well, they're finally getting a version of the Model Y that's more fun to drive, not just a sensible appliance. Of course, Tesla isn't perfect. Autopilot is still controversial. FSD is still in beta limbo. And build quality, while improved, isn't flawless. But what the 2026 Model Y represents is a maturing Tesla. One that's not just pushing boundaries, but finally refining them. So, is it the best electric SUV you can buy today? That depends on what you value most. But one thing's for sure, the 2026 Model Y is no longer just a glimpse into the future. It is the future, here now, and ready to be driven,